News 10 NBC at 6 begins with breaking news.
We are following several breaking news stories at this hour. A 5-alarm inferno reduces a Lyle Avenue landmark to rubble. We're live at the former Tent City site to find out what happens now that the building is being demolished. Rochester's police chief describes what prompted 2 officers to shoot and kill a man last night. We're tracking that investigation. And a small plane crashes in the city, landing on the street, killing one of the people on board and injuring another. That single-engine Piper plane went down near Maplewood Park around 1:30 this afternoon. News 10 NBC's Christy Blake is live near where it happened. And Christy, what do we know at this point?
Brett, the scene has quieted down quite a bit since when this first happened. The plane is now covered with a white tarp. Again, you can see medical examiner, they're gone. All the firefighters, they're gone. Only one police cruiser that I can see just kind of guarding that plane. I can see a lot of tree limbs and leaves on the road. Like you said, 2 people were inside that single engine plane when it crashed. 1 killed, another taken to the hospital and is expected to survive. Several people called this in to 911 around 1:30. I got here just after 2 and immediately was hit in the face with the smell of gas. Firefighters quickly brought hazmat in to contain that threat. NTSB will work to learn if it was pilot or mechanical error. I spoke to 2 witnesses who saw that plane go down.
We were like, oh my gosh, that plane is going down so fast. And Mom was like, yeah. And then we kept driving and it disappeared. And we were like, what? At first we were like, did we see stuff? Like, what is that?
Where did it go?
It couldn't have went down, and then we got the call.
They went on to say they've never seen something like this before and never want to see something like it again. Even Captain Greg Bellows says he's never seen a crash within the city in his 18 years on the force. Now, the plane will stay out here until NTSB can get out here on their own and take a look and really begin their investigation. They'll have a preliminary report within 30 days, but the full magnitude of what happened and what went wrong out here will not be known for quite some time. Reporting live near Maplewood Park, Christy Blake, News 10 NBC.
Christy, thank you again. No word yet on who was in the plane or what caused it. We'll keep you up to date as we learn more. The Rochester police chief says 2 of his officers shot and killed a man last night after the man pulled a gun on them. Chief investigative reporter Berkeley Breen was with the chief today, and he's live on the street where it happened. Burke, it's the state attorney general who takes over now.
That's right, Brett, because state law says anytime somebody dies in connection with police, the AG's office takes over. And I looked through all of the local cases they have as I was investigating what happened here today.
Police say the 2 officers shot and killed a man Thursday night after he pulled a gun on them.
Although another day at work for the Rochester Police Department, this isn't something that this is something these officers are going to live with for the rest of their lives.
Police say there were at least 4 911 calls about the man Thursday for trying to get into cars and going from porch to porch. The police union says it shows how quickly a call can go from routine to critical. I asked the chief about the body-worn camera video he watched. Is there anything based on what you saw that would make you want to change any training or the way officers approach a situation like this?
Based on everything I saw last night, everyone involved in this responded exactly the way they were trained in a highly professional manner.
I went through the annual reports of the state attorney general. Her office investigates every police-involved death. The reports include 10 from our area from 2022 to 2024. The AG's office did not charge a single officer.
What's so important is the transparency and to make sure that the community is aware and involved.
Dr. Leslie Myers-Small is the head of the Police Accountability Board. She was in the room for the press conference. So what does the PAB do at this point?
Although we can't individually investigate complaints prior to the ruling, we were able to, so we would have. If there is, community learning, listening and learning sessions that could happen, we're certainly happy to do that.
So expect to see the police body camera video at some point. This morning I was told expect to see it early next week, but I just heard from the president of the Rochester City Council. He told me that council got a copy of the video at 1:30 this afternoon. Miguel Melendez says he hasn't seen it yet, but he intends to watch it. Police are going to test the gun that they say the man who was shot had, and they're going to see if it matches any ballistics in any other case in the city. Brett?
Burke, what do we know about this man?
Well, we don't know his name yet. The police haven't released that, but we know that he is known to police. They've had contact with him before. We know that his mother lives on this street. We know that he's in his 30s. And when you look through those Attorney General reports, it tells us that just about every single case involves a male. Just about every single case, the person who died had a knife or a gun. And most of the people who died were between the ages of 13 and 30.
All right, Burke, thank you. Monroe County District Attorney Sandra Dorley made it official today. She will retire August 31st. The announcement comes 15 months after her traffic stop, which went viral, and more than 2 weeks after the New York Commission on Prosecutorial Misconduct recommended Dorley be censured. In the same document, the commission wrote that Dorley had testified she planned to, quote, vacate her position. In a letter to the public, Dorley reflected on her time in the DA's office and called the announcement bittersweet. Now that we know when Dorley is retiring, what comes next? Let's go in depth. Because Dorley's retirement will begin with less than 3 months to this year's general election, two things will happen. First, Governor Kathy Hochul will pick someone to replace Dorley as interim district attorney. Hochul has not yet said publicly who she'll select. Then, an election for district attorney will be held in November of next year. Crews are tearing down the former Tent City building on Lyle Avenue. Crews have been out there all day demolishing the expansive 5-story brick building today. A 5-alarm fire engulfed the site last night. It took 15 Rochester Fire Department crews several hours to control the flames. News 10 NBC's Aaron Mahin joins us live from the scene. Aaron, what are you seeing now at this point?
Brett, this is still a very active demolition scene going on behind me here. I'll step out of frame so you can take a look. There are still a couple firefighter trucks, and those excavators behind that water stream there, they are tearing away at what's left of this building, while that hose is taking care of the dust and the debris. And this all started around 10:30 last night. Within minutes, crews bumped it up to a 3-alarm fire, calling in extra hands and resources, eventually getting up to a 5-alarm with how heavy those flames and smoke were. Crews say they got things under control just before 2 o'clock this morning. Neighbors told me that they evacuated their homes last night and waited till about 4:30 this morning at a parking lot nearby.
I was just half asleep coming down the stairs, and I opened the door, and that's when I feel the heat of like the building. And like everything is on fire in like the left corner of it, and just I got a video of it like falling down, windows are popping, like the wood is catching on fire.
What were you feeling when you came out and felt that heat on you?
I just instantly woke up because I was just still half asleep, and seeing that, it surprised me.
Others I spoke to showed me the heat damage on the exterior of their homes. You can see the paint peeling off the wood there. Nobody was injured from the fire, including firefighters. Crews started demolishing what was left of the building around 2:45 this morning. They say that the structure was too dangerous to leave standing there on its own. And the owners of this building tell me that they're still planning to move forward with their original mission, which is converting this former shopping center into affordable housing for veterans. They say that they're going to assess the damage there. They're going to take a look at seeing any of those exteriors are still salvageable. Live from Lyle Avenue, Aaron Mahin, News 10 NBC.
Hard to imagine there'd be much left. All right, Aaron, thank you. Coming up, the Bills are back on the field today for training camp, but this scrimmage is in Buffalo. Our Matt Majinski is there to tell us why it's a special day for the fans. And rumors of new federal rules for older drivers are making waves online. But what's really true? I have the answers in today's Fact Check next.
And the weekend is upon us. You are going to love the forecast, especially if you didn't love the cooler, fresher air for today. That weekend forecast is after the break.
In depth, investigative. You're watching News 10 NBC at 6 with Brett Davidson and First Alert meteorologist Stacey Pension.
New at 6, maybe you've seen this on social media sites. A new set of federal standards taking effect this month, targeting older drivers who are looking to renew their driver's licenses. We run down the rumors in today's Fact Check. The claim is spread like wildfire in online articles and on social media sites like Facebook, X, and YouTube. Warnings of new nationwide rules for drivers 70 and older.
They will be required to undergo more frequent evaluations to ensure their continued ability to drive safely, even if they feel mentally sharp.
The warnings say the U.S. Department of Transportation instituted the new requirements due to the aging population. Some of the posts say the new rules require drivers between 70 and 80 to renew every 4 years with a mandatory vision test. 81 to 86 would require renewal every 2 years with a vision and cognitive test. And 87 and over would be yearly with a mandatory driving test. So what's the truth? I asked Monroe County Clerk Jamie Romeo. Her office oversees the local DMVs. Are these rumors true?
So the easy thing is no, these are not. This is not true. And I think the easiest example of this is that when you come into a DMV, it's never the U.S. Department of Transportation.
Each state sets its own requirements. There is no national standard. Some states do have more stringent guidelines for older drivers in order to renew a license. In Illinois, for example, drivers 79 and over are required to take a road test. But in New York?
There's nothing regarding your specific age when it comes to renewal. It's just that you have that 8-year cycle, and that way you have to renew it. And once you're in, the only changes may be is that at a certain point in time, you may have to take a vision exam if you haven't had one at a certain point in time.
So why the flurry of posts targeting older drivers? Is it clickbait or something more nefarious?
My fear is that they're trying to create a panic or a need, and then you will then see these scamming opportunities coming in.
But there's no need to panic. When it comes to the federal government instituting age-related rules, pump the brakes. That rumor is false. According to the CDC, as of 2022, there were almost 52 million licensed drivers 65 or older in the United States. That's a 77% increase from 2 decades earlier. And the agency says the risk of being injured or killed in a crash increases as people age. The good news is older adults are more likely to have safer driving behaviors. Well, here's a fact for you. Today was a gorgeous day, and the weekend is shaping up to be a real winner as well. Stacey?
That it is. You know, today's August 1st, and it was a splendid start to the new month. And, you know, the first weekend of August is going to look just as nice. Today, low 70s, tomorrow 80s, Sunday mid 80s, loads of sunshine, low humidity. So what can we complain about? That maybe a little bit of wildfire smoke working its way in. It's not going to affect our weather, and it'll have likely little effect on our air quality, but it is something that we'll be monitoring into the weekend. So the smoke right now is in northern parts of Wisconsin, Minnesota, the upper Great Lakes, but it's going to start to rotate into western New York. You see that? You see the timing here. This takes us into tomorrow evening. So I think we'll start off tomorrow beautifully, but as we progress through the afternoon and evening, you may start to see the blue sky dim just a little bit. Still, we are green on the threat tracker, super quiet with not a chance of precipitation through at least the middle part of next week. 72 degrees, our current temperature, loads of sunshine and just some cirrus clouds. This isn't wildfire smoke yet. This is just some high clouds overhead. The dew point is in the low 40s, and that means our air is very dry. It also means once the sun sets, our temperatures are going to start to drop towards that dew point. So initially, if you're out tonight, 9 o'clock, we're in the 60s and 50s, low 50s by tomorrow morning. Again, should see a beautifully blue sky to start, a few passing clouds, and again, monitoring that wildfire smoke threat. Nate's going to be in tomorrow morning starting at 6. He'll let you know if there's anything to worry about as far as our air quality. Sunday starts super comfortable as well, should be near 60 degrees, mid 80s on Sunday, so we're going to warm things up a little bit. Monday still in the mid 80s, should see loads of sunshine then. Tuesday great, Wednesday warm. The only thing we'll monitor is potentially a weak cold front during the middle part of the week that may drop these temperatures back just a little bit. But otherwise, I have us seasonably warm as we head into August. We may reach 90 degrees by next weekend.
Doesn't get any better than that. 0% chance of rain for 5 straight days.
There will be some who are arguing that we need the rain, but we'll take it for the weekend.
Yeah, right. All right, Stace, thanks.
Yeah.
The Bills are back in Buffalo tonight for the Red-Blue scrimmage at Highmark Stadium. Our Matt Majinski is there as well. Up next in sports, what we can expect to see when the players hit the field.
Now, here's the latest from News 10 NBC Sports.
The Bills are on the field today for their Red-Blue scrimmage. And as News 10 NBC's Matt Majinski explains, today's a big day for the fans.
Hey, yeah, look, we all know it. Today is a fun day for Bills fans, getting to see the players practice where they're going to be playing in just over a month when they kick off the season against the Ravens. But the players, it's also big, especially the rookies, the guys that have not been on this team before, a chance to get a taste of what Bills Mafia is like.
For me, you know, I came in during COVID year. That's my first memory of the stadium is, you know, the red and blue. I mean, shoot, we did camp in Buffalo, and so we were at the facility every day that year, and then red and blue was still in the stadium, I want to say, but no fans, COVID time. But yeah, that's definitely, it's a big thing. You know, it's our red and blue, it's our scrimmage. It's kind of like the first step towards real game-like scenarios, and just keep taking those steps toward the season to get us ready and get us prepared. Like this is a staple for sure.
I'm actually really ready for that. I was talking to DC when I first got here. He was like, we got like a little scrimmage type deal in the stadium during camp. Like, you're gonna love that. And the closer and closer we get into it, it's like I'm juiced.
Yeah, look, and for the players today, this is obviously a very cool thing, but once week 1 kicks off, they are really going to see how crazy this place gets when the Bills are playing home football. We're going to get that on Sunday Night Football on News 10 NBC as Buffalo battles Baltimore in week 1. But for now, at Highmark Stadium, Matt Majinski, News 10 NBC Sports.
Season will be here before you know it. Thank you, Matt. We'll be right back with a final look at the First Alert forecast. Happening now, the summer concert series Bands on the Bricks continues at the public market. Today's event features Ithaca area roots rock band Donna the Buffalo, making its 28th Bands on the Bricks appearance. Also playing Grateful Dead tribute band Delilah Jones. That concert runs until 10 tonight. And they're just getting underway there, and they have absolutely perfect weather.
Yeah, that they do.
For Bands on the Bricks.
We're in the 70s right now, and if you're out there, you know, 8, 9 o'clock, I would grab a jacket, maybe a sweater.
Yeah.
Sweater weather headed our way this evening. 70s now, but we are headed back into the 60s and then the 50s, and I think low 50s by tomorrow morning. So kind of a cool start to your Saturday, but we're going to rise quickly. 80 Saturday, mid-80s Sunday. Just watching the threat for a little bit of wildfire smoke. That's the only thing that'll dampen this weekend forecast.
Low 50s in August.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh.
Thanks for making News 10 NBC your choice for news. Make sure to join us for News 10 NBC at 7. Coming up right after Nightly News. Have a great weekend, everyone.